Just breathe really heavily into it.
It works.
Dude, this sink is so fucking big.
It's so wide.
Yeah.
It's not very deep, but it's wide as fuck.
It's like one iPhone 11 deep.
Yeah.
But then
and like 8 iPhone 11s wide.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's so just like it's like too much, man.
That would be funny if that's how they measured their like just common things. Like instead of inches, no one really knows how big an inch or a foot is. Like, but you know how big like your iPhone is.
Exactly. Like
that'd be really funny.
The iPhone becomes the fucking monitoring tool. Actually, no, this made more sense here.
Figure it out.
They're just like this kid is 14 iPhones tall. They're like,
how old is he? Oh, he's about 6 iPhone launches. Not quite 6, but
the whole setup is like iPhone becomes like the new metric system. They're like, so how far away are we from the moon? We're about 14 million iPhones away. And they're like,
whoa.
Everyone's like, oh my god.
Holy shit.
Apollo 11 happens again, but it's the iPhone Apollo 11. The spaceship now looks like a iPhone. Everything's just in the shape of it.
Got a little turtleneck.
Apple fully owns the world at this point. Welcome everybody to a sweet episode 36 of the Lunchtime Serenade podcast.
Yes.
We just crinkled our way into this episode, and we hope you're all crinkling along with us.
Crinking.
Oh. Crink that.
Crank that, Soldier Boy. Today's food is from Spitz with a Z. Spitz.
What is
Not
it?
swallows, but Spitz. And we got, I got a, what did I get? Here it is. Here's the receipt.
You got this, baby.
Okay.
Did you get a...
I got a street cart boner.
Oh, fuck yeah, dude. There was, like, doner is, like, a very big thing in the UK, like, specifically London.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, people, like, always go get, like, kebabs and stuff like that from, like, little, like, hole-in-the-wall areas.
Yeah.
So, like, that's what I always associate it with. And so now, like, now every time I eat it, I'm just like, doner! Yeah, we're gonna eat some doner.
Doner.
Because,
what does that mean? It just,
don't
like,
know.
from, like, the spit? Like, or from, that roasty thing?
Yeah. It's like so like it's basically the same thing as like shawarma almost. So like they just put it on a spit, roast it forever, and then carve it off.
Yo.
And then eat that shit.
Slaps.
So good, right?
All right, we got this special sauce here, and these fries are great. They're the perfect, like, crunchiness. They got, like, this hard outside, soft inside.
This is like straight up one of my favorite places in the valley.
Okay, bitch. What? Why have I never had this before?
Good. So good. So, like we were saying, doner, these kinds of things. Basically shawarma. Very, like, Mediterranean. Very kind of, like, I don't want to say it's, like, because it's not Turkish, but it's, like, also not Middle Eastern.
Right.
It's, like, in that, like, combination of, like,
Mediterranean.
like,
right?
Lebanon, Jordan,
Greece.
Syria, Turkey, Greece, like that eastern part of the Mediterranean.
Yeah.
But it's like basically just street food, right? So like you just throw a bunch of shit in like a pita wrap and then throw it out there. So like this is like actually flatbread.
Dude, it's so
But
good.
my favorite thing about this place is you can get fries in the wrap for like no extra cost. So I did that, and goddamn, it's so fucking
I think
good.
I did too, but I don't see it.
Mm-hmm.
Do you see yours?
Oh.
Oh man, what heck? Where are my fries? That's really sad.
That's upsetting.
That's all right.
Hey man, put some, just unwrap it, stick some of them in there, eat it that way.
Genius.
Nice and easy.
Genius.
But yeah, dude, Spitz, one of my favorite places
Wow.
in the valley.
So
I'm actually
good.
surprised we haven't had it before.
I am too. I'm surprised I've not even just on the pod, just in general, I've never had
Yeah,
it.
dude, place fucks. Overall, I'd probably give it like,
Bro, this is an easy 9.5.
yeah,
Easy.
like 9.5, depending upon like the wrap way that
Yeah.
it comes in.
Yeah.
Or just like, you know, how the dude was feeling that day when he was compiling it together, you know? But dude, it's just so fucking good. What a fucking thing, man.
Wow.
As soon as you like,
Holy shit.
like I was like, yeah, you know, like Mediterranean, like Greek food, like something like not super heavy but filling. And so as soon as you sent me Spitz back, I was like, yeah, dude, we're
Yeah.
fucking doing
God
that.
damn. All right, well, cool. Hell yeah. what a banger way to open up the episode. This shit slaps, absolutely. If you're anywhere near the valley, try Spitz. It fucks.
It's in Studio City. It's like right on Ventura, right by Universal. I think there's also one in Little Tokyo. I think there's also one in like Culver City or Koreatown.
Okay.
I think so. There's like 4 in like the LA area.
Tight.
But dude, it's so fucking good. Huh.
Boom. Speaking of not sending things to the moon, but measuring the moon in iPhones. Do you see that new thing that Mr. Beast announced today that he's doing?
No.
Dude, I don't fucking know what the hell. What does this guy do in his spare time? He just scheme?
Yeah.
It's insane.
Dude, when you have money, you just sit around and think of shit.
So he tweeted yesterday, he's like, big announcement coming tomorrow. And I'm thinking, you know, another video where he's like, I bought everything in the store and gave it away to homeless people.
Right.
But he's like, yo guys, so I partnered with NASA. And I was like, what? He's like, I bought they're sending a shuttle to the moon sometime in a month or so. I bought a bunch of storage space on this shuttle.
On the shuttle? Dude, that's so expensive.
So you can upload. He's like, I'm going to send your memes and your pictures to the moon. If you want to upload any video, any picture, whatever, upload it. It's like $10 and I'll send it to the moon. They're doing a live stream right now on YouTube where they're just like watching people's submissions roll in.
That's so sick.
Isn't that insane?
That's so
cool.
fucking weird.
I know.
That's such like a weird thing to do, but also so fucking cool.
It really is, man.
How do you partner with NASA? How do you approach NASA?
Right?
Like, do they have a fucking marketing department?
Dude,
that you're like,
I have
hey,
no idea. Hey, I know you guys are kind of struggling right now with like, you know, brand integration and like reaching the youth. So I'm here to save the day.
we know you guys are like super swamped, you know, with exploring space. But my name is Mr. Beast and I make YouTube videos. And they're just like,
wondering if we could do something here. They're like, what the fuck?
they're like,
what is
"Ooh."
YouTube?
Yeah, it's like a bunch of like 80-year-old people like crunching numbers on like a TI-84, and they're like, "Can I get YouTube on this?"
Like, what is this? YouTube.
YouTube.
Okay.
They've just been in the JPL like since they were born. They just have no idea what's going on.
Yeah,
Dude,
so
that's wild. What a just
what an
absolutely
interesting
insane thing.
I know.
Dude,
That's his latest endeavor.
do you think he has like an investor behind him? Like, do you think like there's like a firm or something that fronts a lot of this money? Like, it's not just him doing stuff.
There's got to be. There's got to be like at least 5 VCs or some shit, you know?
Yeah.
Like, there's no way. I mean, a lot of his videos are sponsored.
Right.
And I know Honey fronts shitloads of money.
Oh yeah.
Like 6 figures, 7 figures, like worth of money. It's
Weird,
crazy.
wild, because like you think about Honey too, and it's like,
How do they make money?
you're right.
Dude, I don't fucking know how. I don't know how Honey works at all. It's just like, oh, we saved you money, but what do you do to make money? Like,
Right. Well, they sell like coins and shit that you can get to like add onto your purchases or whatever.
Okay.
But I think a lot of it is they get paid by other like the companies that they like get the coupons for, and then
Yeah.
you know, they make like commission on it or something like that. My guess is it's
Probably.
almost exclusively commission based. So like
For sure.
yeah, like you spend a bunch of money like through Honey, you save some money through Honey, but then Honey gets like a 20% kickback is my guess.
Probably. Which is wild. I mean, like,
Wow.
yeah, fucking, they know what they're doing. But I mean, some of his videos are just not sponsored.
Right. He just fucking does it.
So he's got
It's wild.
I mean, obviously this dude is rolling in money, but like, not enough where he can spend, you know, $200,000 every 2 weeks. Like, that's insane.
Right.
That what other? I mean, his merch, I guess, sells a lot of money. Sells a lot. I'm pretty sure he just puts back a shitload of money into his videos and is not really keeping a huge profit. But there's got to be someone else.
Yeah.
This dude could go broke.
Yeah, there's no way. I fucking read a statistic that was like, if you made $180,000 from the day that Christ was born until today, you still wouldn't have as much money as Jeff Bezos does.
That's fucking insane.
And so it was like, okay, that's insane. So if you spent if Jeff Bezos spent $180,000 a day
Every day.
he would still be making money.
Yeah. Like
Like,
the 1% of people making that and above. But every day, every year. He's making that every day.
Yeah, he's making like very upper middle class like salary every hour.
Yeah.
It's wild, dude. And so it's like you think of it that way, and it's just like, okay, so you have these people who are like, you know, hoarding wealth in that way. But then it's like, okay, are these like people that are like kind of at that point, are they fronting the money for stuff like Mr. Beast? Because why wouldn't you want like more recognition for that?
Sure.
You know?
Yeah, I don't know.
So,
who knows?
It's weird. If anybody knows,
it is. I would love to know
leave it in the comment.
The economics behind Mr. Beast.
Yeah,
you know?
And it's also like it's not out of like a thing where like I'm jealous about it. I'm just like, man, like I wish I could do that shit. But it's like I'm genuinely curious because that shit's so interesting. Just like how does this guy get to do all
what do
this
his
stuff?
Taxes look like? Like how does he file?
It's so wild, and it's like so impressive too because it's just like, dude, this guy's like literally trying to just
23 years old.
Yeah,
crazy.
He's just like trying to do cool shit and like help people, and I love that. But it's like the financials behind that are just so interesting. Like I just want to know. I just want to know, man.
Yeah, I would love to know. I mean, I'm sure like Mr. Beast LLC or Incorporated or whatever it is like, you know, there's a lot of chairmen or there's whatever. It's not just
right. Like there's like it's got to be like a whole company, and that's like, dude, Mr. Beast has done more philanthropy than like every single fraternity that's ever existed, and I find that hilarious. Oh, man,
it's insane. Wow, this is really thick. It really fills out your mouth.
I know. That's also what she said.
She said. Yeah. Cool. I walked into that one. Thank you. But
You're
yeah,
welcome.
so I'm thinking maybe we upload a pod pic to the moon.
It's not a bad idea.
Yeah?
That'd be fun.
I'm gonna do it right now.
Let's do it.
Let's take a picture and send it to the fucking moon.
This is gonna be on the moon, baby.
It's going on the moon. You guys are seeing this live. All right, let's hold up. I'm holding up for 5.
I'm gonna wait. Let me get my like shittily
Picture
eaten.
It's going on the moon.
It's going on the fucking moon, baby. Man, I just like every time I like look at myself because I just haven't had a haircut in so long. I'm just like, oh my god, that's what I look like.
Dude, I'm growing my beard out. I haven't shaved in 3 weeks, and it's thick.
Dude, it looks good.
Really?
Dude, yeah. Like I think it looks pretty good.
Thanks, man.
You have a very good like connection of it, you know?
Thank you.
Because like some people like either this doesn't connect or like this doesn't connect. Like you've got the whole thing and it works.
Oh, I appreciate it.
I also love that you have like cowlicks.
I do
in your beard.
The fucking galaxy beard.
Yeah, it's kind of sick though.
All right, Mr. Beast.
It's your thing, man. It's your look. It's the signature look. You guys are watching history be made in real time as we upload ourselves to the moon. Not the game.
Send image to the moon.
But the real moon with NASA. NASA is making us get to the moon through NASA things.
Want to send more images? No, just one.
Just the one. That's it. We just need one.
All right, check out.
Well,
Here we go. We're sending something to the moon.
This is free advertisement for Spitz on the moon.
Dude, I
when
know.
When Spitz gets ready to like open their moon base, they're just like, yo, we have these guys to thank. And then they give us like
kick us
3
back
of
a fat
these.
stack.
Yeah, you know.
Or at least, you know, free lunch for a day.
Dude, I'd take one free lunch.
Absolutely.
That's it. Tin Stoffel can suck my ass.
What is Tin Stoffel? 897.
There's no such thing as a free lunch.
You're right.
The whole economic thing, which is bullshit. Go fuck yourself.
I've had free lunches before.
Yeah. I like the whole thing is like, oh, well, you know, someone had to grow that thing. It's like, what if I grew it? Huh?
Yeah, fuck you.
What if I just found the shit in the wild? Then it's free. The hell? I don't understand.
Here we go.
Up it goes, baby.
Paying?
I love how every place, like Arnold Palmer is like very run of the mill now, you know, like everybody kind of has it, but it's like every place does it slightly differently where it tastes different. It's just lemonade and iced tea.
Yeah.
Plain as shit, but like it just tastes different everywhere. It's so weird.
I know. Come on, process my order. All right, ready to upload. I don't want to subscribe.
Here's the one problem with this kind of a meal. The moment you get to like the last 3 bites.
Oh, there are fries in here. They all fell out.
Hey, let's go. Dude. This is the shit that we love. You guys just get to listen to us fucking eat this whole time today.
Okay.
It's ASMR, but worse.
Sorry, what were you saying? What's the worst thing?
Like the last like 3 bites of these is when it just completely collapses.
Oh yeah.
Like you reach a point where like entropy has like fully taken over and it's just like, nope, chaos.
Here we go. All right. We're putting it on the moon, baby.
Oh, let's
We're putting it
go!
on the moon, baby. Add to capsule.
Dude,
Alrighty.
the lunchtime serenade goes orbital, baby.
Lunchtime serenade on the moon, bitch. Wow.
We do this so long that, like, we're in, like, our 80s. We've colonized the moon. We're just, like, floating around, just, like, eating food. Like, the podcast is just us and zero G.
Hell yeah.
That'd be sick. Mm-hmm. What if we got, like, a table and, like, made it stick to, like, one of those, like the tube that they, like, let you skydive in?
Yeah.
And we're just, like, eating, like, the microphones are in the helmets. So we're, like, that'd be so funny.
I would love to do that.
I want to, like, actually do one of those. They have one at Universal. I just, like, every time
simulator?
Yeah, like, every time I walk past it, it's on the what's it called?
How do they do that?
I
just spin?
It's just, no, there's, like, a huge fan in the floor.
What?
Yeah, dude. And it just blows you up. That's it.
What?
Mm-hmm.
What kind of fan does that? That's insane. How
Yeah, dude.
big is a fan?
It's, like, I mean, it's probably, like, 12 to, like, 14 feet wide.
And it just blows air.
Yeah.
It blows enough air to lift someone up.
Correct.
How big are the blades and how big is the motor? That's nuts.
Too big.
I mean, you figure that's gotta be such a powerful motor if the blades are big enough. What?
Yep.
I guess it's like indoor skydiving, but that blows my mind too.
The whole thing is weird. And it's also, too, it's like, you know, if they just, like, removed the grate. Yeah, exactly. It's just a blender at that point. That's all it is. A human-sized blender.
Very powerful.
There's a fucking anime / manga, like, very, very influential, very old. Well, not very old. It's called Gantz.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Have you heard of it? Mm-hmm. Yeah. So there's, like, a whole part in it where, like, the aliens invade Earth and they're, like, just eating, like, humans and shit, and it shows them, like, putting them in, like, salad and stuff, and I'm like, what the fuck is this? I was like, who's doing this? Who wrote this?
Dude, there's this I think it's adapted from a manga, okay. However you say it. But it's like a live action Japanese film, and it came out a couple of years ago.
What's it called?
It's called As the Gods Will.
I don't know that one.
I just heard about it like yesterday.
Uh-huh.
It looks insane. It's like I don't know if they had a huge budget or not, but it looks incredible. The animation's great. So it's basically like it's almost like Saw, but like with Japanese lore and Japanese like
That's kind of sick.
Culture, like figurines and shit like that, whatever. So like there's like a Daruma doll, which is supposed to bring good luck, but he ends up like it's nuts. So the first scene, you're literally like they're in a classroom and their teacher's explaining shit, and his head just fucking explodes, right? And out of his head pops this like little head, this little Daruma doll head. And it's animated so well, it's so creepy, like very Uncanny Valley type shit. And it starts talking. And it's basically like, I want to play a game type shit.
Naturally.
And it's like the first person there's a button on the back of my head. You guys have heard of the classic game, red light, green light. Well, this time, there's a button on the back of my head, and there's a timer counting down from like 2 minutes. If you press the button before the timer goes out, you know, you win the game or whatever, but I'm going to be turning around. If I turn around and see you moving, like, your fucking head's going to explode, basically. So everyone in this classroom is, like, trying, they're scheming, whatever. Everyone's head explodes, and there's 2 kids left. Whatever, the kid presses the button, and then the other kid dies. He's like, there was only one winner, blah, blah, blah. So basically the whole movie, they, like, go... It looks sick. I saw clips of it on YouTube, and now I really want to watch the whole thing. But then they, like, basically go on to this... I don't know how they think about shit like this, but there's a bunch of... You know, their next thing is they're in a gymnasium, and there's this gigantic cat, like the cat that does this thing. But you have to like shoot a basket in its neck or something, but it like starts eating kids. But it's wild. It looks like a fucking acid trip. And then it turns out halfway through they realize that they're in a big floating cube in the sky, and everyone is like watching them on Earth or some shit like that. And the winner gets to like leave the cube. I don't know, dude. It looks like insane, but it looks so good. It looks so good,
dude. That's insane. Like, what the fuck? Okay, how did they get in the cube without knowing? What the fuck?
I'm sure it explains it.
They were like born into it. You would be bred in the cube.
Yeah, it looks crazy.
Dude, that's crazy. I love that shit. Dude, like, there's so many, like, good international shows, movies, and stuff like that that just nobody hears about. Mm-hmm. Because, like, Nobody wants to read fucking subtitles.
Yeah.
But dude, so much good shit. And like Japan just has so much weird
it's so cool
shit,
though.
but it's all so good. Mm-hmm. And that's the thing. Like it's just, man, once you open your eyes, everybody, read some subtitles. There's good shit out there.
It's like the that Parasite director, Bong.
Yeah, Bong Joon-ho.
Yeah. He's like, if you just get over the little 2-inch barrier, you know, you'll open your mind to all sorts of shit, which is true.
Yep.
Have you seen Train to Busan?
Yeah.
Oh my god, what a great fucking movie.
Dude,
so good.
There's another one. I can't remember the name of it right now. It's like, it's not like I think it's actually called The Handmaiden. I think that's what it's called. But it's all about kind of like power struggles of like class in, I believe it's Japan. Mm-hmm. But it's also like, it's like a Korean family in there. So like the way that the subtitles come up, it's like they're in different colors for different languages.
Whoa.
And like you get to kind of watch that that interaction of like a language barrier between Japanese and Korean. And then as watching it as like an English speaker, you're like, oh, this is wild, because like you have the language barrier because you have no idea what either of them are talking about, and then they don't know what either of them are talking about. So it's like
cool.
It's really cool, and it's all about like this woman goes to this family and like is their handmaiden basically, but it's all, it's like basically like class and like class structure and the struggle, if you will. But that was the cool thing, was like it's just in 2 languages. That's cool. So neat.
That's sick.
And even too, there's a show called Dark
on Netflix. Yeah, it's like in, German Stranger Things.
Yeah, it's in German.
Super good.
So good. And like you know, you have all like these individual shows, and like even stuff out of like Europe. People like always assume like, oh, you know, we have like the French auteurs and stuff like that that are making like, you know, insane features and stuff like that. But it's like you also don't realize like there's a lot of like interesting shit coming out of like Poland, Germany, like Eastern Europe. There's like Sweden is actually starting to get like a really big like kind of independent film like area, and like they're just like cranking out like Swedish stories and stuff. It's all just, dude, it's so cool. I love it. Now that like, you know, kind of media and stuff like that's becoming a lot more like obtainable and stuff like that. Like cameras are cheaper, and like you can buy a 4K camera for like $2,000. And like, you know, you can shoot like on like these little Sonys, like you can shoot a feature on it. It's like really just the glass that you put on it. So like, you know, shit's just popping off, man.
It's cool.
It's so cool.
It's super cool. And there's no like predetermined like notion about what these movies have to be, like there is with like, you know, a Universal Studios film or something like that, where it's like, okay, it's kind of all, no matter the genre, it's all like, okay, protagonist, antagonist, this happens, resolution, you know, and it's like cookie cutter, but like there's no expectation of that in independent film or in like, you know, foreign film. Yeah. Which is fucking cool.
Have you ever seen the movie Rubber?
The one about the tire? Yeah, dude. That was so wild.
When you were like, their heads exploded, I was like, oh, so it's the fucking tire from... What? I think the tire's name is Robert, too. That's like the funny thing. Yeah. But it's like, you don't have shit like that where it's like absurdist. And it's just... I fuck with it. Yeah, it's all incredible. I mean, fucking Auntie Donna's new show. Have you watched that
yet?
No,
I want to see it, though.
Dude, it's so good.
Is it?
It's so good. And like, great. Fucking Ed Helms is one of the executive producers.
Really?
Yeah, he shows up in it, too.
Dude, fuck.
They got Weird Al in it.
What?
Yeah.
Okay, I gotta watch it. I've seen great things about it.
Kristen Schaal voices their dishwasher.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, that's sick.
Dude, it's so wild. And
okay, that's the Netflix show they were talking about then.
I was listening to Scroobius Pip's podcast, who I didn't know he had a fucking podcast, and he's on like episode like 370. He's
been doing it for a while.
Yeah.
Well, one a week?
He's a
6 years?
So he was a spoken word and like rapper out of the UK, out of like London.
Yeah.
And he put out like a couple of albums, like a couple of spoken word pieces and stuff like that. And his album was called Distraction Pieces. So the podcast is called Distraction Pieces with Scroobius Pip. And
interesting.
So he's apparently like, he started a label and is like just a label boss. So like he left like being a performer and just does like basically fronts it for other people now. And like his whole thing is about like spoken word and like rappers and stuff like that. Like that's like what they're trying to do. But he does this podcast where he just interviews people. And like that's wild. Literally like in his thing he was like, I heard about Auntie Donna 2 weeks ago. And as soon as I watched like the first 2 episodes of the show, I like texted all my friends. I was like, you guys gotta fucking watch this. And so like we got him on the pod. And so like he talked with them. Yeah, dude. And they're just so interesting. Like my Discord server that like I have with like my friends from college and everything is an Auntie Donna joke.
Really?
Yeah, like it's called A Bevy with the Boys because
Okay.
there's like a whole sketch that they did in like 2015 on YouTube that was like, they're like, oh, we're having bevy with the boys, and they're all just like drinking beers like ridiculously and like saying that over and over again. But like that's like I just love them. I always have.
I just found out about them like maybe a month ago.
Dude, they're so good. And it's like absurdist too. So like
Yeah.
on that podcast they were talking about how they were like, yeah, we came out of, you know, Australia, like we went to like a school in Melbourne and like we got all this stuff and we were like, we just want to make weird shit. They're
Yeah.
like, we like this. We think this is funny. So like we're going to keep trying to do that. And I was like, that's kind of neat though.
That's cool.
That they were like, we know that like this is what we want to do and we're going to do
They
it.
fucking ran with it.
Yeah.
That's cool.
And they were even talking about how like they were like, yeah, Netflix was like super hands off. They were just like, go make your thing. Wow. And they were like, okay.
That's cool.
But yeah, dude, it's really good. Like you should check it out.
Yeah.
It's only 6 episodes, and each one's only like a 23-minute runtime,
Okay.
like a standard half hour.
Uh-huh.
And dude, it's so good. I love sketch shows, and I love it when like I actually like identify with the comedy because I'm like, this is just some weird shit. It's so good.
Well, do you
check
know
it
that
out.
they were involved with, you know, those monoliths that were popping up everywhere? That was them.
Really?
Yeah.
No way.
Uh-huh. It was them and some other Australian creators. Yeah, the one in Utah, the one in like Romania or something, and then the one in Australia. That was them.
So what the fuck was the point of it then?
Just some random weird art project.
Oh, they just did it
They
to
just
do
did
it.
it to do it.
Oh, sick.
Yeah, but everyone fucking was talking about it.
Yeah.
Everyone was talking about it.
Holy shit, dude! I never knew there was a resolution to
Yeah,
that. I thought it just
there was a
stopped.
video that came out on it wasn't their channel. It was what was the other creator? I'll have to send you the link, but it came out in December, and it was just like, so they're like, we're the ones who've been putting monoliths everywhere. Fucking crazy.
Dude, that's so cool.
Yeah.
That whole thing, like, everyone's like, this is just some, like, fucking marketing campaign. I was like, even if it is, it's kind of sick.
Yeah.
I was like,
Yeah.
it's kind of cool.
Yeah.
Dude, that's so weird.
So it's like, it goes through them, like, you know, they made it, or they like, you know, they had someone else make it, like some metal worker, metalsmith or whatever, but, you know, it shows them like picking it up, it shows them like driving and putting it in Australia and whatever, but they were like the ones who were facilitating. They're like, we got in touch with some guy from Romania who was like down with the project, and he put it, you know, whatever. It's like wild, just
Dude,
for fun.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
I love that shit.
Yeah.
Oh my god. That makes it so much better.
Doesn't
now.
it?
That
Yeah.
it was just like, we just wanted to do it.
Yeah.
That's so
For
sick.
no reason.
Oh my god.
At all.
I love that, dude.
So cool. So cool. And like, you know, it could have been totally like a lead up to their Netflix show, but it wasn't.
No.
It wasn't at all. They weren't like, hey guys, it's us. Actually, we did the monolith. Check out our Netflix show. Like, it wasn't, you know, or maybe
Right.
they did, but I didn't see it.
No.
So clearly that wasn't as successful as but it's wild.
Dude, that's so cool.
You know, like
Holy shit.
that could have been such easy marketing material for their Netflix show, but
Yeah.
they didn't, which is so cool.
I love that so
Yeah.
much. Holy shit.
Yeah.
Dude, they seem like just like weird dudes, but in like the way that you're just like, I just want to know
Yeah.
like how you do this. What's your process, you know?
I know.
It's so cool. Like they are probably on like my list of like the 10 people that I would like want to get dinner with.
Yeah.
Living or dead.
Yeah.
I would lump them as like number 4, like
Damn.
together. Just
Damn.
because like they're just so interesting, dude.
Yeah, they seem super cool. I definitely want to check out more of their stuff now that I'm, you know, kind of fully in it. And I definitely want to watch the show.
Yeah, dude, it's great. I literally watched it all in one sitting.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, fuck yeah.
It was so good. It's called Auntie Donna's Big Ol' House of Fun.
Hell yeah. Kind of like a Tim Robbins type thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay,
Yeah,
cool.
cool.
That's what I equated it to. Okay, cool. I'm gonna have to.
Yeah,
check
it's
it
just
out.
like they like them just like doing shit. Like it opens up with like a musical number. The first episode is like them just like, it's just like a house in LA. And you come inside, and then they like come out of like the hallways and stuff, and they're just like, everything's a drum, and they're just like hitting things, and it makes like drum sounds. And then like they get to a point, and he's got like a pot, and he starts hitting it, and it doesn't make a sound. He's like, I thought you said everything was a drum. And they're just like, don't you do this? And they start like freaking out, like crying and shit.
Oh my god.
And they're just like, oh my god, and they're just like yelling at each other, like screaming and shit. And then finally it comes back and they're like, oh good. And then they go back to singing Everything's a Drum, and they're just like
so
hitting shit.
Funny. All right, crazy thing that I saw on TikTok the other day. Is this guy,
Real quick, before we go into this, how do you feel about TikTok?
dude? I mean,
This is something I've been thinking a lot about recently.
it's such an interesting app. Like, I think that there's people doing really funny shit with it. Like, there's people that are treating it like
Vine
like
was and
Vine,
stuff. Yeah.
which I think is great. I think it's so fucking funny.
Yep.
I love that side of TikTok. Then there's so many other sides of TikTok that are like just, they're just weird. They're just like, you know, do your thing, but like minors dancing around like half naked, and then like that's like that's their driving, but like they're like 17. It's just so weird.
Right.
It makes me feel so uncomfy.
Yep.
There's like, I've seen like sex videos on TikTok. Like, there's so, not minors, but like,
Okay, I was just like, wait a minute.
No, I haven't seen that. No. I mean, at least I hope not. But like, it's like,
You can just like post that on TikTok?
yeah, dude.
There's like no filter for it?
I don't know how often you're on TikTok, but there's this like challenge that's like, you know, it's like it's a song that's like bust it, and before it gets. I feel like such a
bad start, dude. Real bad start to this challenge.
It like starts off like, you know, just like this rap, and then it gets quiet, and then it goes like bust it. And at the part where it says bust it, you're supposed to like drop it down, and like you go from like these like nerdy normal clothes to like looking like a smoke show or whatever.
Okay.
It's mostly women doing the trend, but a bunch of dudes have hopped on it as well.
Good for them.
But so you know, it's this couple that I saw, and they're just like standing there in their clothes, whatever, and then so like when it says bust it, you normally like drop down low and like shake your butt or whatever.
Yeah.
So when it said bust it with this couple, this lady is like fully naked, riding her man, like having sex with him.
Just on TikTok?
Bust it. Yes, on TikTok. I'm like, what the fuck is this app, bro?
Dude, that's wild.
It's insane.
It's like a whole other thing you can roll into your OnlyFans.
It's
That's
crazy.
so strange.
I don't know. I think it's a valuable app in terms of like, everyone has a TikTok now. I feel like I need to hop on it. I feel like we need to hop on it, you know? Because
that's like every time I've thought about it, I'm just like, do I want to be a part of this? I'm like, I feel like I should, but I also like am so conflicted about it.
It's one of those things where like, I mean, even Instagram's trying to emulate it with their reels and shit like that.
And that kind of pisses me off, actually.
Yeah.
Instagram's whole like new layout and shit like that just kind of pisses me off.
It's so dumb.
And I'm also kind of sick of like social media rewarding like overworking.
Absolutely.
You know, like because like you get rewarded just by being consistent, but the value of your consistency is valued higher than like the content that you're putting out. Like you get way more likes by just posting a shit ton of like really bad selfies than you do of somebody posting like a real shoot or something like that. Mm-hmm. It's so strange
because the algorithm favors consistency.
And that's why
they want people to use the app. It's so fucking stupid.
Right, and it's also weird too because TikTok now, because they're so short, you don't have to put as much time into them as you do these other things. So in some ways, the like value of that content, or at least like, you know, the inherent like coolness of it, I suppose, the artistic merit, if you will, declines because it's all about being consistent. So it's like everything is now like consistently mediocre, but they're posting every day, and that is now valued higher than somebody who I can't remember the guy's name. It's like Dan King, the guy who does like the magic, like Zach King. That's it. Yeah. Like his stuff is fucking incredible.
So good.
So incredible. And like for him to be able to do like a pre-pro of thinking that kind of like a final deliverable.
Oh my god.
And then fit that in like a 6-second video. That's insane. That is so much planning and so much time.
He's
and
so talented.
Yeah, just so many takes and
stuff
like that.
He's got like 5 of the top 10 most viewed TikToks.
That's so
like,
sick.
Of all time.
But that's the thing is like, you know, like you have so few of Zach King.
Oh, absolutely.
And you have way more people who are just posting like shitty dances.
Yeah, the other 5 are like Charlie D'Amelio, Addison Rae.
And now like these people have like a fucking Netflix series coming out too, and it's just like, what are they gonna do? Just fucking dance?
Yeah, I know.
For 30 minutes? I don't understand. Like it's strange to me. So like I have like that conflicting feeling as like an artist that like, you know, I only post on like Instagram. I post on like my Instagram stories because I find that's like a better way of connecting with people because it's like more immediate.
Totally.
But like I only post on Instagram when I'm like after I've done like an actual shoot or after I've made like a real video.
You have something
like
to
that.
like, this is what I did.
Exactly.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because like to me, those things are supposed to be kind of like a portfolio piece. It's not necessarily like a social media.
Yeah.
But that's how everything's shifted now. And now you have like TikTok trying to work that in there, and it's just like, okay, like where comes the point of sacrificing Like at what point are you okay with sacrificing the quality of your thing just to be consistent?
Yeah.
And that's I haven't rectified that middle ground yet. And that's kind of how I feel about it.
It's
weird.
It is weird. And it also feels weird just like as a full ass adult, like what's your TikTok? Like,
right.
Like,
exactly.
Because like, especially
we're 25-year-old men.
If that's like an important part of social media now, which we have to kind of accept that it is, like, at some point when people are going back to functions and like starting networking again, like, oh yeah, like, yo, what's your info? Show me your info. And like your info includes your TikTok.
Right.
Like, wild.
Right. Like my personal website has my Instagram.
Yeah.
My LinkedIn.
Yeah.
My YouTube and my IMDb page. Those are the things at the bottom of it. So now do I add in TikTok?
I guess.
Like, is TikTok at the same point as IMDb? Because that's the weird thing.
It's
like,
wild.
like I'm linking it and it's like, hey, these are like my credits for actual like television shows that I've been a part of. And here's my TikTok. Like those are two things that you present people at the same time. It's weird.
It's so wild.
It's so strange.
Yeah.
What do you guys feel? How does the rest of the actual world view TikTok? Because I like it. I like the idea of it. Totally. I miss Vine. I liked Vine. At the time, like in high school, I was still like, oh, this is stupid. Like there's no real content to it. And like in retrospect, I'm like, that was a fucking dumb take. Because that was like that Vine changed how content works now.
Yeah, dude. Yeah.
It changed the entire internet space.
Yeah.
If you think about it.
It totally did. Short form, like super short form.
YouTube now, like in order to get anywhere on YouTube, it has to be at or below 10 minutes. Like that is like your peak. Like
they're
that is
changing
your YouTube.
to 8 minutes now.
Oh my god, dude.
Which is even crazier because now everything's getting short. It used to favor long form content. Like 10 minutes was the magical number that they'd start doubling your ad revenue, or not doubling your ad revenue, but giving you more AdSense money. And now they've changed it to 8 minutes.
That's insane, dude. So we're seeing all of these like internet things, get shorter and shorter and shorter and shorter and shorter. But then on the contrary, when you go into like feature films and stuff like that, we're actually seeing like theatrical released films get longer and longer and longer.
Hitting 3 hours.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So like, what the fuck is happening there? So it's like we have like this. Because I would probably say now the generation that are like the filmmakers making studio theatrical released feature films are like the generation below like Martin Scorsese's generation and Steven Spielberg. It's like the new generation below them. So these people were raised in like the 70s and stuff like that. So like as we go on, that generation, like the newer generations that are coming up in those, are making films that are longer and longer and longer. But now the current generation is used to making content that's shorter and shorter and shorter.
Right. So like, in like 10, 20 years, are we going to see feature films under an hour?
Yeah. Are we going to start to see like an S curve of them coming together? Like it's strange like to see where media is kind of heading, because it's such a young fucking thing.
Yeah.
Dude. You look at finance and you're just like, okay, cool. Money's been money for fucking ever. Like that's been the same thing. The same kind of principles apply all the time. It's just about timing and stuff.
Yeah.
Right. Cool.
Yeah.
But like media and filmmaking and like these mediums has only existed for a century, for like 100 years. So it's like that progression has just been so quick and so compressed that where do we find the point where it's like, okay, this is where it should be, and there really is no answer to that because it's art, like everything's kind of fucked up. Yeah. But it's like what constitutes itself as like valuable? Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's strange. I mean, even still, like we get feature films that are like shot on an iPhone. Granted, that iPhone is attached to a rig that's like $130,000 lens.
Yeah.
So it's like that's kind of like cheapened a little bit, because it's like, yeah, that's your gimmick. The gimmick is like, we shot a film on this, but you're still using like all this other shit that nobody has. Yeah. So that merit's just different.
As he pulls a fry out of the sink. I'm just built different, bro.
Dude, I was raised on sink fries, dude. You don't know shit about this life, man.
That's fucking weird.
But yeah, dude, that's like something I've thought about a lot. Like especially like going forward in like my career where I'm working on television shows and like films and stuff like that. Where is that point? Yeah. And I think like for me personally, I've always loved short films. Yeah. Shorts have always been the thing that I've gotten stoked on. Because to me, if you can tell a full and compelling story in 10 minutes, in 20 minutes, then it's golden.
Absolutely.
Like stories don't need to be 2.5 hours. They don't need to be an hour and 45. Like they don't have to be. Mm-hmm. They can be, and that's totally cool. But like I think like when you hit that point, that's when it's like, okay, like you have built the ability to get this point across in this amount of time. So now with the short form content, do we see that? Like, you know, are we seeing like a development? Are we seeing like things happening in this period of time? Or is it just like an innocuous thing that you're like, oh, that was neat, and then you move on? Right. So like, I don't know, man. I don't know. This is a topic I could like talk for hours on and just probably not reach a conclusion. But it's just so interesting to me.
It is. It's super interesting, you know? The fucking future of media is 15-second vertical videos.
Yeah. I mean, like, you know, there's so much advertising done on these things too. Because like at the end of the day, you know, TikTok is just trying to fucking sell shit to you, you know?
Of course.
Like Twitter is just trying to sell shit to you. Well, Twitter a little less so, but I find Twitter to be like, it still needs a lot more policing. Like there's a lot of shit that's broken on it. But like, I find Twitter to be a little bit more just like a common forum.
Yeah.
Whereas like these other ones it's very like Facebook and Instagram, obviously owned by Facebook now, but like their whole thing is just how many ads can we give you stuff.
Totally.
So I don't know. It feels weird.
Yeah, I see way fewer. I see like one promoted tweet on Twitter for every 7 on Instagram. Yeah. Like it's crazy.
It's so strange.
Yeah. But there's this guy on TikTok, which is the whole. Which is...
Dude, that was a huge-ass tangent.
No, good tangent. Good tangent.
Everybody let us know what you think about TikTok down there. Let us know.
Let us know.
Comment. It's something I would like to know about. I want to know your opinions, your thoughts on it. So there's this guy on TikTok. And, dude, his name is... Where is it? His name is Chip Guy Here, right? Chip Guy Here. Okay.
What do you think? What do you think this guy... What kind of content this guy make?
I hope it's something about chocolate chips.
Right? Sounds wholesome, right?
Yeah, something about chips.
I thought it was like, you know, he'd buy brands of potato chips from the store and review them or some shit like that.
It's like the kid who like reviews like fast food in like a suit in his car.
Yeah,
he, like,
it's
so great. That's
so
like that's one of my favorite things of the year.
He's so good. No, this motherfucker has microchips in his body, RFID chips, and he has built a whole smart home of him, and all of his videos are like him, like the microchips right here, there's one right here, and there's some in his nail, like under the fucking nail. And he'll like, a lot of his videos will start with him like flexing his hand like this, so you can see the microchip pointing out, and then he'll be like, just got a new RFID scanner or whatever, this one's for my alcohol cabinet. He'll go like boop, and his fucking alcohol cabinet opens up. It's weird as fuck. But so I'm like okay, obviously like this is a thing. Like, I know that this is a thing. Like, people, you know, biohacking or whatever the fuck they call it. But
absolutely.
It's so accessible at this point that there's just this dude on TikTok that has it. So I'm like, okay, what's the deal? So I looked, I did a little digging, and he gets all of his chips from this place called Dangerous Items, I think is the website.
That's not great.
It's called
Dangerous
Things. DangerousThings.com. That's the name of the website.
By like napalm.
Yeah.
It's basically just a fucking Tor client.
And so their homepage, we have over 14 years of RFID and NFC implant expertise. It's literally just like they sell you kits, and their kits look like this. Their kits look like they come with like a fucking injection thing with the RFID chip in there. And they're like, this is how big the chip is.
Yo.
And they have different chips. They're like, this chip can do this chip can do this chip can do this. And they tell you, they're like, we recommend going to a piercing specialist or something like that, someone who knows how to deal with hypodermic needles,
right?
And to inject this. But
or
if
a
not,
doctor.
Here's a user. Yeah, but I don't think a doctor would do.
Oh, dude, you'd walk into a doctor and they'd be like, dude, no, do not fucking do this.
In your fucking hand.
That's so weird.
So they're like, if not, though, we have follow this tutorial on how to do it.
Crypto
bionic implant. It's fucking $110.
Oh my God, dude.
$110. And it comes with a sterile injector, antiseptic wipes, whatever, a gauze pad. And it just tells you, like, and you can just, like, unlock.
Bro.
It's just like an RFID chip. So it's just like a key fob.
Yeah.
But, like, millimeters in your hand. So you can, unlock your fucking door? and like start your car if your car is that futuristic. Like start your Tesla.
It's so overkill, dude.
It's nuts.
What
but like
the
the
fuck?
implications are wild.
Yeah.
This dude has one in his nail.
Oh, dude, fuck. Nails freak me out.
Yeah.
Like, so, fun fact. If you ever see me do this, it's because I'm uncomfortable.
Yeah.
This is like the tick that I developed over years of just being uncomfortable. So like every time like something happens, I'm just like, just trying to like flick it away.
Yeah.
But dude, getting something under your...
Yeah.
No!
Just on his fucking like ring fingernail, just...
What does that do? What does he do with it?
He has all of his doors in his house, all of his drawers, everything you could possibly imagine has an RFID reader for some reason. So apparently he moved into a house of this. He bought a house from this guy who had this tech startup, and it had something to do with RFIDs or whatever.
Huh.
And so, but this guy was like super secure. He's just like no like information, like no social media, because he was like so paranoid about like, you know, fair merit, whatever. It's a scary place, but he was like so like private with his shit that his drawers, his cabinets, everything had a lock. And so this guy's just like, who moved into the house, the chip guy, is like, I'm gonna just optimize it so I don't have to carry on fobs everywhere. And he just puts a fucking chip in his hand.
That's insane, dude. Boop, boop, boop. I like it because it's like all the anti-vaxxers that are just like, I just don't want them putting a microchip in me. It's like, one, they're fucking not, dude. They're not. Two, a microchip for it to like actually track you would be bigger than what the actual hypodermic needle is like putting out of it. All right, not a fucking thing. If you believe that, you're wrong. Inherently,
this guy has a literal microchip in his hand, and in order for it to unlock his door, he has to fucking touch the door. And if it's anywhere, it's not going to do anything.
Like, what the fuck? And my favorite one is people are just like, I just don't want them to track me. I'm like, homie, you got an iPhone.
They're tracking you, bro.
You're fucked. I was like, even if you didn't have that, if the government wanted to kill you, they'd get it done.
Easy.
Very easily.
Easy.
I just, like, the whole argument just doesn't make sense to me because I'm just like, it's just, there's no backing to it. So, like, looking at this, people could absolutely latch that on. Yeah. Just be like, see, like, they can do it. And I was like, he's opening a drawer.
Yeah.
It's so
it's
innocuous.
an RFID chip. It's literally a near field communication. You have to be within, like, fucking 3 inches.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
You know? It's so weird. It's crazy.
That's so, like, overkill, too. Like, why?
I don't know.
Why not just grab it up?
That's what I'm saying. Like, it's the stupidest shit. It doesn't do anything cool. He just like, yo, you want to see my silverware drawer? What?
Does he have like a big following?
No.
Okay,
it's not
good.
even that
All
big.
right. Good.
No. It's not even that big. But it's wild because it's just like, there are kids on this app, bro. You're gonna get kids to just buy this shit and then put. I mean, like, you can just buy it. You can just go to this website and buy a microchip to put in your body.
Hilarious. Could you imagine like little Timmy like stole the credit card out of his mom's purse, buys an RFID kit, dude, and comes in and is like, Mom, like my hand hurts, and she's like, Oh, what happened, son? He's like, Oh my god, like what's wrong with your hand? And there's like sticking out of it, and she's like, Oh my god, like we have to take you to a doctor, and she's like fucking rushes him to the emergency room, like fucking no ICU beds because COVID's already killing too many people, and then they're just like, so what happened? We'll get this out. They're just like fucking yank it out with pliers and like, bitch, what is this?
What is
like,
this?
I bought it on dangerousthings.com. First of all, homie, if you're gonna fucking buy something from a website called Dangerous Things, you probably don't want to put it in your fucking body.
Fucking idiot.
What, dude? Oh my god.
So funny. But so their whole thing is like RFID, like implantable things in your skin.
Okay.
Their Instagram is wild, dude. First of all, they're having a heyday with the COVID vaccine memes. They're just
I can only
a shitload
imagine.
of them. But they're patenting this. I don't even know if this. I'm sure it has to be patented, but I don't know if you can patent something like this because it's not like approved by. It's not like government regulated.
Right.
So I don't know if they're patenting this. I mean, it's just an RFID chip. They're not.
You
which is already patented.
Right. You can patent it. I just don't know if I don't know if you can get it like.
I don't know if they're I don't necessarily.
If it could be like FDA backed, you know.
That's what I'm saying.
I don't know. Would this fall under that though? Because it's not. Because that's Food and Drug Administration. Is this a food or a drug?
Not FDA. It's something. It's what was it? They said something about some kind of regulatory
body
agency
of some kind.
It's not. Obviously, they're not okay.
Right.
Yeah. Their skin buying it off the fucking internet. From
right.
a website
Absolutely.
called dangerousthings.com. They're not doing that. It's just funny because it's like money back guarantee.
Homie, you just rip that shit out, put it in an envelope, and mail it back to them. They pull it out
all over.
Yeah, it's just like covered in blood. It shows up at like the UPS like it's like their fucking facility, and they're just like, and it's just like blood on like the bottom of it. They're just like, what the fuck do we do with this?
Their fucking fingernails ripped off. There you go.
That would kill me.
Their new thing is magnets, fingertip magnets that they're trying to put out. They're testing them on like their own employees. But they're like,
dude, that's
put a magnet in your
cyberpunk
fingertip,
shit.
and like they're like picking up like shit with like silverware and shit with their fingertips. It's
Why?
nuts.
Why?
I don't know.
Why
that
do that?
Seems dangerous. This I can see because there's nothing really here, and it's an RFID chip, and it's this big.
Right.
But a fucking magnet in your fingertips,
dude. Like if you tried to get like,
what do you got a pacemaker? You say the Pledge of Allegiance and you die. You try to be patriotic.
just sets your heart off. Like holy shit, dude. But that's like another thing too. Is like you go and you get like your fingerprint scanned or something like that to get like a passport or some shit.
You just
fuck up like their $1 million machine just because you're like, oh sorry, I have magnets in these.
Magnets, so I don't have to like pick up my drill bits. I'm in construction.
I'm in construction.
Imagine a construction worker just like decked out in cyber gear. The most blue collar shit.
His like arm opens up and becomes like a jackhammer. They're like, yo, is Corey okay? And they're just like, just give it a second. Walks over.
Sponsored by Dangerous Things.
Go. Everyone's just like, what the fuck? They're like, dude, what the fuck?
Holy shit.
Dude, that was the weirdest shit. Like playing through Cyberpunk was like, looking at all of just the weird shit that they like did.
Yeah.
And it's actually kind of funny too because somebody posted like the actual core rule book of the tabletop game that it's based off of, and like all of the characters like look basically exactly like what they were, and I was like, that's actually kind of sick. But I'm like, dude, it's like we're hitting that starting stage of it, and it's like, guys, this is like, we're not supposed to do this. The point of this is to warn us against it.
Yeah.
And we're all just
you
like,
have to
oh,
go
that's
to an
sick.
underground doctor to get the fucking shit. Like, come on.
That's literally how the game is.
Yeah.
Dude. It's so fucking weird.
Yeah,
dude.
I know.
It's so weird. Oh, but that's so like,
it's wild.
Oh, dude, and that's basically what this is. Except you are your own underground doctor because underground doctors don't exist yet.
Yeah.
Well, they do, but like.
Well, that's the thing. There's a list here, so it's like, where is it?
Please don't tell me there's like a list of like people to go to do. Oh my god, dude.
So okay, let's click on one of these keys. There's like which implant should I get? There's literally a section here, and it says where, how to, can I get, where are they installed? Dangerous Things prefers our customers locate one of our professional body modification partners, and it has a link that you click on.
Dude, just put in a bracelet, man. It doesn't have to be in your body. Just put it on a thing.
Blue pins are professional body piercers who can install our X series. Red pins are body modification partners. Oh, there's one in LA. Let's see.
Of course there is.
Let's
that makes
see where
sense.
it is.
Is it in like Malibu though?
No, it's West Hollywood. Right off the Sunset Strip. It's literally like right by a fucking Gelson's and a Trader Joe's.
Oh, that's
what
expensive.
Is it? Roger Rabbit. Ancient Adornments. Hold on, what is this?
Ew?
AncientAdornments.net.
I like how it's the fucking... what is that?
I don't know.
It's like the fucking scarab thing from...
Body training. Hold on.
Dude, have you ever seen Scarification?
I was gonna say, is it like Scarification?
Scares the fuck out of me.
Dude, it's probably shit like that. It's probably like crazy.
It makes sense that would be in West Hollywood.
Body piercing, body training, fine jewelry.
What is body training?
I think body mods like scarification or like, which is nuts.
Hey, to each their own. If that's the thing you want to do, go for it. It scares the ever living shit out of me. I don't want that. That scares me.
No oral services at this time. That's really funny. I think they mean tongue piercing, but they said
you go and they just suck your dick.
Yeah, but not right now because it's COVID. But after COVID, we'll suck you off.
Like, but pre-COVID, it was like a person would suck your dick. Now it's just like a fleshlight attached to a vacuum cleaner.
Oh god! You just step in a little booth. Fucking the Dyson Airblade. Oh no! Holy shit, man!
Hey, we told you were gonna get blown, man.
Oh, all right. Let's open. Let's see. Book an appointment. Jewelry purchase. No install. 1 to 4 piercings. Genital piercing services.
Why 4? Why was 4 the upper limit that they set?
Okay, so here's the thing, though. So it says, just typical like piercings. Book an appointment for checkup. which is free. A jewelry purchase with no install, which is free. But you have to buy the jewelry. A piercing, 1 to 2 piercings for a minor, $30. 1 to 4 piercings for an adult. No nasal or oral piercings currently.
Again, why was 4 the upper limit?
$30. Genital piercing services, $30. And then they have something called a private executive appointment for $500. This service fee is for a private one-on-one appointment. So what the fuck is that? Like, that's what I'm saying. Is that like the weird? Is that the body mod shit, or is this like an escort service, or is this like a weird dark web type shit? Like, are they gonna?
You just go like every other time that you go in there, you're just in a room with like 40 people, and they're just doing it. But this one, they're just like, hey, you get to go sit back there.
I guess
so
like
strange, dude.
You know, or is it like a bunch of things, like dark web things or things that are not necessarily like, you know,
they can't just like put it on the internet.
But if they're like, go to this shop, we'll do it for you. That's what you book the executive private appointment for, and then like that's where you like buy your tiger meat or some shit. Like they put you in a locker, and that's where you do your like trafficking or some shit like that. You know,
that's where you get like your Wayfair chair that has a child in it.
Yeah, that's where you get your Tiffany chair. Yeah.
Ew, dude.
Dude, their website is literally. Oh, it's not even like
this feels sketchy.
It feels sketchy as hell, bro.
It feels like it's illegal in some way, shape, or form.
That's why it probably doesn't say what the executive appointment is. It's just an executive appointment for $500.
Here's another thing, kind of in that same vein. Do you believe that like paying for exclusivity is worth it?
Well, it depends on what it is.
Okay, because that was something I was also like thinking about this week. Because I'm like, you know, like you have all these people, like LA especially, like, you know, we have like the Troubadour, the Roxy, two very prestigious venues of like live music, but they're only like 300 cap venues.
Yeah, tiny.
So it's like, you know, people like those are regarded as really high things because of the exclusivity. But is that worth it? Because like you can still go see said artist play
a different show.
Exactly.
Or that, like Lollapalooza or some shit.
So it's like in this kind of scenario too, it's just like, is that fucking worth it? Like,
yeah, I don't know.
First of all, it's not fucking worth it to put a goddamn RFID chip in your hand.
I wouldn't pay $500. I'd fucking do that shit myself, dude.
I mean,
fuck no.
I mean, we probably shouldn't do that. I mean,
I don't have enough skin here to pinch.
I do. Oh, I absolutely do.
I got dainty ass hands,
dude. I had to get like a physical basically for this insurance policy I just got, and like they weighed me and I was like 194, and I was like, dude, I haven't been over 180 in like 4 years.
Quarantine by baby.
I know. I was just like, holy shit.
Yeah.
The marijuana and coffee diet has not been working for me, I guess, man.
Holy shit,
dude, that's fucking wild, man.
That feels sketchy as fuck.
That feels real
Executive
sketchy.
Private appointment, $500 when every other appointment is $30. What are they doing? Like that's not a piercing. Piercings don't cost $500.
They're definitely like there's something more to that.
Yeah.
There's definitely more to that.
I'm so interested.
Do we just roll up to this place?
Bro, we should.
And we're just like, hey, just a question. We don't want anything. We just want to know.
We're definitely not recording you either in our pockets.
We've got like our iPhones just like in our front pocket. Like
it's the only place it fits. It's an oversized. You know how Apple gets make it bigger every year.
I don't got pockets in this, man.
I mean, anyways, what's the executive appointment if you don't mind?
Yeah. Like is it like sketchy? Is there like some illegal dealings going on back there? And there's like, oh yeah, well actually we basically inject you with tiger's blood to basically sterilize the area, and then once that happens, we put an entire fleet of these RFID chips in there, mostly so that we know where you are at all times.
Yeah, that's what it is. We don't want you talking to the wrong people.
Yeah, you know, and we kind of want the tiger's blood back at some point.
Yeah,
you know?
we can't.
We can't just like
if they ever stop transmitting, it sends us the last location. It was for the last 24 hours, and then we go and harvest the tiger blood back.
Was that a burp? Yeah, it was like. Yeah, it was. It was like me trying not to throw up and then also burping at the same time. You know, it's like it's deep in your intestines, and it's like it's going down, and then it's like
for real.
I'm gonna go up, and then just burst.
Yeah,
you know? That's how it works.
I hate those.
It's the worst thing.
Stressful.
I hate
Stressful.
it. Yeah, and then you're like in public. Fuck.
The worst. I know. And then you just burp into your mask, and it smells like.
Dude,
really good.
Really that's been like the worst thing about the masks for me is like when I burp, I'm like, oh yeah, I'm the only person that has to suffer now. I have to suffer for my mistake.
Yeah. Ugh. Unfortunate. We're gonna wrap it up here with a classic relationship advice.
The Lunchtime Serenade Relationship Advice Corner 3.0, baby.
So this one, We've read similar stories to this. I can't get enough of these stories.
Real quick, do we think that there's like, at a certain point, every like relationship problem has happened?
Oh, of course.
So like at some point, are we just gonna start seeing repeats of these?
Maybe.
Are we gonna reach like a climax of relationship advice where just everybody has the same fucking problems? And they're just like, hey, look at this post.
They're just like, refer back to this post. Yeah, it gets deleted off Reddit because it's just like, no repeat posts. Yeah.
Hey, no reposts, you bitch. Get out of here.
Stop karma farming, you whore. So, all right, here we
divorced.
Go. My 27 male girlfriend, 21 female, laughs like Mr. Krabs during sex. Laughs? Why is she laughing? What are y'all doing? It's because I practice my stand-up while I'm inside of her. Did you hear the one about the...
It's just Jerry Seinfeld fucking Mr. Krabs. What's the deal with airline food?
What's the deal with your vagina today?
Dude, yeah, what in the goddamn hell would ever prompt her to do that?
Let's see. Let's dive in.
Maybe he's got a fetish?
I've been dating my girlfriend for 2 years now, and I love her. She's the love of my life, and she's the most perfect person I've ever met.
Boom.
She makes me breakfast. She's beautiful, and she is really smart.
Wait. You lead with, she makes me breakfast. Not like she makes me happy.
I know.
Or like her smile brightens my day.
She makes me breakfast.
She makes me breakfast. Like, all right,
Cooks and cleans.
Like, good for you, bro.
She changed my diaper. She tucked me in. She called me good boy.
She feeds me. Sometimes I get it on myself, but she cleans it up. Dude, fucking weird. All right, anyways.
Wild. This does not read like a 27-year-old. Maybe that's the issue. All right.
Yeah, hey, bro, you're like 5. All right?
Hey, man, chill. We both have very high libido and have sex almost every night since we started dating, except when it's her time of the month. What a weird way to say that, man.
Yeah, dude.
You don't sound like a 20... You sound like...
Is that
when
like
you're dating
child.
a 21-year-old when you're almost 30? We've always been an adventurous couple, and I've always tried to be encouraging of her kinky side and her of mine.
Real quick, anytime somebody says that, they're not. It's incorrect.
No, we're adventurous, dude. Sometimes
we're adventurous. She tickles my taint sometimes. Like, okay, cool, dude. If she's not inserting anything into you,
she stabs me with a butter knife sometimes. She puts a butter knife in my butt sometimes.
She like heats up like a fucking machete and just like sets it against me sometimes. You know,
pretty wild,
dude. What the fuck?
We're pretty adventurous. You could say
we're pretty adventurous. Sometimes we have sex in the living room, dude.
Sometimes we turn the lights on. We leave them on.
Sometimes she keeps her shirt on.
Oh, sometimes it lasts 5 minutes, and sometimes it doesn't. I'll let you decide if that's more or less.
Sometimes she lets me be on top. Like, okay.
Oh, man. All right. So this has led to a few surprises along the way, but nothing too big of a deal, and overall it's been really enjoyable. But recently she called me into the bedroom to confess something. She said it's related to roleplay, and I thought, no biggie, we've done roleplay before. But she said this was different, and confessed that she's always wanted to do roleplay based on the popular SpongeBob cartoon. Obviously I winced and was not too keen on this, and I think she could see that, but I didn't want to make her feel bad, so I covered it up and decided to act like it was a great idea. So she gets me to be SpongeBob or Squidward, either one, and she's Mr. Krabs. And every time just before she orgasms, she laughs like Mr. Krabs, and it turns me off so much that I instantly go soft. I've had to resort to faking orgasms so she doesn't suspect anything. Like I said, she's the love of my life, and I couldn't bear to tell her not to do this because it would crush her self-esteem and her sexual confidence. But I can't look her in the eyes and tell her that I want to flip her Krabby Patties every night before we engage in coitus. Bro. Oh no!
I'm gonna flip your Krabby Patty so hard, you bitch. You filthy bitch.
I'm gonna flip your Krabby Patties.
Fucking. Yeah, talk dirty to me.
Dude, there's already a SpongeBob porn parody.
Oh,
it's on fucking Pornhub.
Yeah, Wood Rocket or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, now that Megan and I, like, she has, like, this fascination of just, like, shitty porn parodies.
I love them.
And, like, she showed me, like, Strokemon once. Like, in, like, a completely, like, non-sexual environment. She was like, dude, you just gotta see this.
Check it out.
And so, like, she showed it to me. I was like, I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm very uncomfortable. And she was like, I know, it's awful.
It's
and then
so
like she showed me
bad.
the Dragon Ball Z one. She showed me like just all of them, like all of like the Wood Rocket things, and like they're all terrible.
so
it's just
bad.
like, and it's all like always some weird like orgy shit. Whatever. Ash's name is Gash. God, it's the worst thing in the world.
God.
It's don't look it up. Don't look it up. It's awful. Well, actually, look it up. I feel like people need to have that
Look
experience.
it up.
But what? Why you gotta be Mr. Krabs?
What is sexual about that? It's a kids show. It's kind of weird, bro.
It was originally supposed to be on Adult Swim as like a like
really?
Yeah, SpongeBob and Patrick were supposed to be a gay couple, and it was supposed to be like very like sexualized.
Really?
And it didn't take, and they were like, oh, let's make it a kids show, and now it's like one of the longest running children's shows ever.
Fuck, wild. Okay.
But dude, like, why Mr. Krabs, bro?
Yeah, why? I don't know. Like that. I mean, hey, more
Listen.
power to you, but like, why though? I want to know.
Here's the thing. If that is something that she needs, that she requires from you, and you love her, give it a shot. Apparently you've already done that. We're not going to acknowledge that. Apparently you've already done that, and it didn't work for you. If it didn't work for you, it doesn't work for you. That's just how it is, man.
That's how it is.
But at the end of the day, sometimes if that's the thing that's going to be like, working for her, you kind of have to like reach a compromise.
Yeah, there's got to be something there.
Like
Wednesday nights or SpongeBob nights or some shit.
Yeah, like maybe find like not necessarily a schedule, but like kind of limit the amount of times that this happens, and just tell her, man. Like if it makes you uncomfortable, she should respect that. Granted, you're 8 years apart, and it vastly different points in your life.
Dude.
We're not acknowledging it. I sound like your grandpa. I sound like my own grandpa too. Holy shit!
It's like burps in the middle of sentences and continues.
and it's always it's never like a burp. It's just like it's like it comes into your throat and then you just let it out. Like you just release it.
Such a grandpa.
Oh God, I'm sorry, everybody. You all have to just fucking deal with this, I guess. But yeah, man, that's fucking weird. But hey, that's her thing.
Yeah.
All right.
Talk to her.
Talk.
Again. This is pretty new information that we've never suggested, but maybe just talk to her.
Have a conversation about it, man.
Wednesdays
just be
at
like,
the SpongeBob.
Yeah. Maybe try different characters. Maybe that'll help.
Ooh, Sandy.
Yeah, that was
Clap
the thing.
these sandy cheeks.
Because I was just like, why would she not be Sandy? I was
Right.
like, again, why Mr. Krabs? That's so strange. Why does she have this weird fantasy of SpongeBob
Mrs.
and or
Puff?
Squidward? Ew. Fucking Mr. Krabs. Like, it's just, I don't...
There's a lot of avenues you could go with the SpongeBob route that doesn't necessarily make you uncomfortable. Just give it a shot.
Yeah, I just want to, there's more questions that I just want to know. Like, not even to, like, help you. I just want to know. I'm just curious. Maybe go to, like, couples therapy. Talk that over. Like, that's very much like a thing that happens a lot. Like, people talk about sex and stuff like that in couples therapy because, hey, sex is a big part of a relationship. Who would have thought? Some dude fucking maybe find some root of it. Maybe figure out where this stems from and go from there. Because, yeah, it's weird, but everybody's got weird shit that they like.
That's true.
Everybody's got weird shit that they like. We're putting that on a t-shirt.
Everybody's got weird shit that they like.
Yep.
Everybody's got weird shit that they like. We could fit that on a t-shirt.
Put that on like the arm right here.
Everybody's got weird shit that they like.
That they like. It's just like all over the place, like a fucking word map. It's a collage.
What does that say? Hold on. Oh, I get it now.
Oh my god! Just for the novelty of that, I want to make that.
Funny.
Like you have to like hold it in a certain way for it to like actually show up.
Shirt.
Oh god, I'm gonna make something like that. That's funny. Holy shit.
Good idea. Well, guys, thanks for tuning in. I really appreciate you spending a little bit over an hour with us, listening to Brian's burps, listening to us chew for the first couple of minutes.
Talking about food that most people don't really get exposure to because they don't live where we live, I guess.
Facts.
But next time.
We'll see you guys for episode 37.
If we remember that number.
Yeah, we'll get there.
Yeah.
But thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you guys next time.
Middle of the day, middle of the week. Peace.